The borough of Brooklyn is the location for the Pacers. A backcourt pair that can do it all. Inside and outside, scoring and playmaking. Victor Oladipo and Malcolm Brogdon will lead their team as they prepare to do battle inside Barclays Center. Pacers, Nets. Tip-off coming up next. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Evan?
Great story, DA. Thank you. Clark, you and I were looking at the rosters. Both these teams very deep, so there's a lot of fouls to give tonight.
Yeah, that's a great observation by you, Kevin. And when you have that kind of circumstance where your bench is deep, it allows you, I think, to bring an aggressive mindset in terms of how you're going to defend and how you're not going to allow easy baskets because you're able to foul and not be so concerned about foul trouble.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Williams is out there with D. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams at the 3. And for Brooklyn, we've got Jay. Cowboy is out there with Durant. Then there's Jay. And it's Irving at the point guard position. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
You know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. He's incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Now here's Williams. The kick out to Oladipo. Lets it go from the wing. Nice jump shot. Good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Irving passes to KD. That one misses. Excellent D there from Williams. Down low. Harrington can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in, guys, too, Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Here's Irving. The Pacers making the shot. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Rebound by Williams. Here's Harrington. Offensive rebound. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Harrington against Irving. Outside Durant. Lets a floater go. Good on the shot.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Outside Williams. The kick out to Williams. No good on the triple. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And that one's good, Irving.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep. And you've got to respect his range.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And some changes here for the Pacers. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Brogdon. He's tightly guarded. Sabonis, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Boy, Sabonis looking really comfortable shooting off the pass. If you're not right up on him, he'll burn you.
Jay, the pass to Allen. The dish to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Here's Rain Man. And the pass to Sabonis. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Brogdon. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Dinwiddie with it from outside the arc.
Capable of guarding multiple positions, his lateral quickness allows him to guard both the post and perimeter well.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we can play. We can play big. We can play small. We can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots.
Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Jay. Then it's G, and there's Jared Allen. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Nets 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? The direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start.
Take a break. Take a break.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot
who
can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set. Yeah, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. Mr. Move comes in for Jay, and G drops them both. And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demand.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
First free throw is good.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Miles Turner. And so he hits both. Clark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
And you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Rain Man. McConnell passes to O'Neal. Back to McConnell. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. And he gets the jumper to drop. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Brooklyn trailing. Mr. Moves passes to LeVert. So for Brogdon, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
And fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. He's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you can't say Indiana didn't work the ball last year. Top 5 in field goal percentage.
Yeah, you know what? It was a combination of things, and I'm a little biased having my roots with the Pacers, but they consistently made the extra pass, the next pass. And they had veteran finishers as well. They were as fun a team to watch in the league for me.
No good on the second free throw. Tremendous versatility for Karis LeVert, offensively, Clark, and defensively. He can play multiple positions.
Well, I like that about him too, Kevin. 6'7", he's a gifted scorer, can make plays when the ball is in his hands. The Nets have a number of ball handlers, and that's what Coach Kenny Atkinson believes in. Get a lot of guys that can make plays and do it for each other and together, and we've got something good.
First one falls.
You know, the Brooklyn Nets last season more than doubling their win total from 2 years prior. Great improvement. A surprise playoff team in the East for sure.
Williams, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Williams drops them both. And the attendance numbers can lag behind for a breakout team, Clark. Last season, the Nets, for instance, ranked last in the NBA.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit, guys, before you catch up. The winning leading to fans. After the 2019 playoff run, I think they're going to see more people in the seats for sure.
Williams, it's deflected.
Super recognition that time to come up with the block shot as LeVert was quick to recognize where he was and get off the ground.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That is his first foul of the game. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Cannot take Oladipo's athleticism lightly. One of the very best in the league as a 2-guard at blocking shots.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Now here's Williams. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. it up and banks it in. Levert's got 7 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's O'Neal. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Levert against Oladipo. Taken away by Williams. Floats it up for Williams. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Mr. Moves. Guarded by Oladipo. Here's Mr. Moves. Nice D from Oladipo.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Cowboy passes to Mr. Moves. Here's Katie. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge and really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, guys, Caris LeVert getting it done today.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, we've got D. Williams is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams at the center, locking down the middle. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Here is Williams after the made shot from KD. Oladipo misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Irving looking for an opening. Jay, the pass to Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Harrington with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That's trailed by 3. Here's Jay. Harrington with the rebound. Harrington's got 6 rebounds in the game.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Oladipo for 3, nailed from three-point land. Oladipo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
And talk about teams that pressure the ball. Indiana, top 3 in steals the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, and I think that's attributable to the coach's mentality. Nate McMillan was aggressive as a player. He's aggressive as a coach. And, you know, McMillan averaged 3 steals a game one season in 1993-94.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Dinwiddie outside. G passes to Jordan. Right wing, the 3. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Dinwiddie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ogden the pass to Turner. Kicks the layup. 1:32 left to play in the third. Here's Rayman. And the basket is good. And the Pacers lead by 5.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Here's G. Stolen by Brogdon. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's G. And G with the stuff.
Yeah, you got to mind your business around Dinwiddie. I mean, he's got excellent instincts and a reach and wingspan that allows him to come up with steals.
And again, the turnover by the Pacers. Karis LeVert checked in for Brooklyn. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Jermaine. Stolen by Brogdon. Out to the right wing. Back to Turner. Ball's knocked loose. Dinwiddie outside. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Dinwiddie's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Here's Rayman. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Dinwiddie does a nice job as a defender because he's got such a good motor and stays active in bothering shots.
Third quarter comes to a close and a battle brings it to a tie. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Jay. Cowboy is out there with G. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's LeVert in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now, here's McConnell. He kicks it to Turner. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Turner's got his first 3 points of the game.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now, here's McConnell. Defense is right there. Pass to Raymond. Sabonis with the ball. LeVert defending. Sabonis kicks to McConnell. 4 on the clock. Passes it to LeVert. Here's Jay. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Jay's got his first points in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they really run the break well.
And the Pacers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jay's checked in for Karis LeVert. Jay comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Checo. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Williams, he's checked in for Miles Turner. T comes in for Sabonis. Williams, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Williams in for T.J. McConnell. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. Not happy with the way this game is going. He said we're getting used out there on the perimeter. Inside the arc, we're doing some good things, but outside, we're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin, we'll see if they can close out on those shooters a little more effectively.
Okay, David, thanks. Free throw, good, Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And so Irving nails both of them.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Pass to Williams. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Jay, the pass to Jay. Pulls up, high post. That one, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just was basically miss on it.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's good.
Well, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Here's Raymond. G with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
You know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now, here is Irving. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
You can see there, Irving just getting a little tricky with the handles. He has so many ways he can be.
Indiana with a new shot clock. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Understands his role, does his job, and he did it right there, Greg. The timing couldn't have been better.
Timeout called, the Nets. They lead by 4. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Karis LeVert.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Irving from long range. Rebound by Williams. And it's Williams with the ball for Indiana. And an intentional foul right there. A bucket here would give give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Back to Katie. The pass to Calvin. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's what's your take?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Oladipo rebounded by the Nets. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
From deep 3-point range, that one no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. That was maybe a step out of his range.
Irving. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. From deep. The shot will not fall. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.